Yo, buddy, are you down for some more plays?
Uh, I'm in the middle of a stream. Maybe next time.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty. So, got the stream going. Excellent. I'm just waiting for one of the matches to launch. And then we will be good. So, here we go. Hey there. So, just getting things set up. Just getting Alright. Doesn't look like either of the lobbies have started quite yet. So I'm a little bit tempted to jump back into the voice chat, see what's going on in there. It'll probably be chaos, which is why I usually jump out of the voice chats once I start streaming. Let's see. 6-player game. Alright.
Hey there.
Hey, Dandy. Everything get sorted out and
Yes,
finalized? Okay.
we got things sorted. Nani, one of our players, he has an upset stomach, so he's trying
Right.
to power. He was trying to prep to power through.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that, so all good.
So, which game are we looking at first here?
Well, so far neither one of them has launched, so we're just gonna jump into whoever Kirk Salvatore is in one, right? Okay.
Yes, he is in one. I'm wondering if it's just loading up the. When this has the delay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So far, no one is in a... Oh, Naniori in game. There we go. Hop into this game. So we have on Team 1, Galactic and McSkin Fry. Galactic on the HRE, McSkin Fry on the Ottomans. Team 2, we have Blob Sauce as the Abbasid, Naniori as the French. And on Team 4, switching things up for us, we have Quill on Roos and Witching as Jeanne d'Arc. So this will be a really exciting game, I think. We've got some real heavy hitters with the Senpais and a fairly well-balanced team of Kohais.
Yep. I will say I definitely expect a lot of the early aggression to come in due to the fact that 2 of the players are on tighter schedules, so they will probably push their Kohais to be on the attack.
To speed things up a bit, yeah.
Oh, what do we have here? Something
We've
seems
got...
to have been an issue.
Oh, no. So while you go... Oh, blob sauce. Yep, just... Okay. Huh. I wonder what it was.
Oh, servers crashed.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Prime, his lobby also crashed. So.
Oh, are they doing unexpected maintenance?
If so, we will have to delay for a different day.
I know, right? Oh, man. Let me, let's check if...
Witching was also having issue. Her game was crashing when she started. So, let me reload the game, make sure
I'm gonna go...
there's nothing come up.
Check. Server status. Alright, let's see here. So... Nothing... Hey, Nomad, what's up? We are hoping that the servers are not shitting themselves so that we can actually get this tournament going. But right now, they seem to be just dying. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. It was that they forgot to put teams together on, so that's why...
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that explains it. I'm glad that it's not anything, like, server-wide, so... Phew!
Alright. Prime and Witching had crashed, so...
Yeah, Witching was saying that she's having some issues with her game, but that was before. We'll find out.
Yeah. The other team did have some crashes, though, I guess, so...
Mm-hmm.
So...
Be funny if they didn't set the observe match on. I think that might be the case with Prime's game.
I
know, right?
That. It's a haggard day, man. It's a haggard day. We're starting starting late. Lobbies are crashing. People are forgetting to put teams together. All the good stuff. And yes, hello there, Nomad, you beautiful foreign man.
I don't know. I actually haven't seen yesterday's.
All right. Prime's game is up, it looks like.
It was. Oh, Prime's game. Let's find Prime on my infinitely vast list. There we go.
Yep. We have Thromac and Book together with English Malians. Retaliation and Kirk together. Yeah, we're good here. Retaliation is the guy. And then Prime and Sir Arthur. Yep, they are good. For a second, I had Retaliation and Kirk backwards. So what I'm thinking here, Retaliation, I believe, only really plays Japan. So he probably has Kirk playing Japan so he can play vicariously through him.
Right. Honestly, that's not a bad strategy when you're the coach. Like, you know that your strongest and best civ is, the one. So
yeah, might as well play to your strength.
Exactly. And since the whole point of the Kohais is that they are not quite as skilled as the Senpais, like, there's no harm in giving them the other civ. Alright, so we've got a pretty standard start going on. Prime already getting ready for grabbing the hunt with his scout. Let's take a look at Retaliation. Is he doing the same?
Hey, Prime, what are you doing, buddy?
Oh, Retaliation going for a boar. That's
Prime,
interesting.
He has made a double scout.
I like that, especially on Glade.
He is the he's the senpai though.
Oh, I'll allow it. I think. Like, it's one scout, and we'll just keep an eye on making sure that they don't you know,
Yeah.
go. It's less of an issue. I think the scout issue is more specifically for Malians.
Yeah. Well, we did put it in so people wouldn't build like 100 scouts and try to do like civ dive or base dives with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So pretty quiet so far, other than Prime's 2 scout opener. We see Sir Arthur contesting. Ooh, that was a good steal from Sir Arthur. Which is bad because Sir Arthur is Prime's teammate, so he didn't want to get the skill steal. Oh, that's funny. Let's take a look. Book over here, going for the Mansa Quarry with his age up, already getting to age 2. We see Kirk also beginning to age up with the Kura storehouse, actually using the storehouse as a drop-off point for the stone, it looks like, which is something that I don't think I've ever seen before.
I'll say it's not bad. When you have a very limited space, you gotta make as much use of it as you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not, like, I definitely don't hate it. I think it's a pretty smart call. It's just a little, like, surprising to me that this is the first time since this Civ was released that I've seen this storehouse used as the universal drop-off location that it is.
I am a little surprised, though, by Retaliation. He's going Golden Gate, but with the rules as they are, I would say that the Kremlin is definitely your better landmark here. Like, you want that defensive landmark to serve as a defense for your partner, or at least for yourself. At the bare minimum, like, you can put it on any of your choke points here.
Right. It could just be that Prime is planning on having having Arthur burn down an enemy landmark so that he can get unlocked faster, or maybe he's just planning on keep spamming. Like,
Yep.
we'll see what the strategy is behind his choice.
Yeah, I will say I just realized one thing that may have been the confusing point when we were speeding through the rules. Prime, we did say they could build they could have their starting scout. He may not have had it relegated or put that information in his head that that meant, like, he may have thought that meant you could have scouts, you know.
Possibly. We did say, though, that you can only build traders and villagers. There were no other units allowed. So, at this point, though, like, the rule is more specifically for Malian warrior scouts, in my mind. The Roost scouts, they're just doing Roost scout things for now. We'll make sure they don't go on the aggressive. Okay,
yeah,
good.
and see, he's even making a point of not, like, attacking with them. Or if he does, then we will keep an eye on that. I think his idea was going pro scouts, because he is going for that right now. He's probably just doing that for the pro scouts. I'll say, again, technically not following the letter of the rule, but
it's still following the spirit. Like, as long as they're not attacking things, then I'm fine. I'm not too...
Okay.
All right, looks like the politicking
politicking
in the game has resolved that. So, hooray! We don't have to
get into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Excellent. Meanwhile, Book,
good stuff.
Getting the cattle economy started over here. We have Kirk Salvatore getting some walls queued up.
Oh, this is good. We are seeing Book going for his early cows. He knows he can't go on the aggressive or the aggression, so he is just preparing the eco as quickly as possible.
Yeah. He's also going for a very central pit mine right now, which is pretty smart. It's the large pit mine, so he can get 12 houses around it rather than just the standard 7. Which will give him a much better passive gold generation than he would get from... Did he build one in... Okay, he did build one in starting base, but getting that pit mine up early is good.
I'm a little surprised, though. I almost expected Sir Arthur of Idis for Prime to have him more than likely put his meditation gardens forward, because you can almost like use it as bait. You know, you can get a lot of resources quickly from it by getting it on like multiple nodes. And who doesn't want to deny Zushi their meditation gardens? Because you know if they have it, they're going to like just blitz out resources. So you could almost use it as bait to kind of push someone to come at you. You know.
Also, your rarities. Since you're a conch level player, you would have to be a senpai, and senpais are not allowed to play Mongols, so can't do a Mongol landmark destruction rush. So sorry.
That's specifically why we did that.
Your teammate landmark counts. So if you can convince your Kohai to suicide their landmark, go for it.
Yeah.
So
like that.
Just bear in mind that whoever destroys your teammate's landmark, their senpai is also able to build military units just like you can.
Yep. But if you were prepared for it while your opponent isn't, you could, both of you decide, oh, we're going to go for a feudal rush, and then we're going to send, for instance, our like the trade network landmark, and just put it up and send it into someone's base, put it under the TC fire, and wait for it to die.
Ooh, I like this. Thromac is actually going for some early aggression on Retaliation's villagers. He found a hunting cabin out in the wild and has sent 5 longbows and a spearman to go harass the villagers. This is awesome. It's not something that we would typically expect from the Kohai players. So good to see from Retaliation. I'm liking early aggression.
Say, Book is a very experienced FFA player. And he's very good at adjusting to his situations. He's not someone that has one strategy and one strategy only. So he's probably going to be able to help Thromac, who is also not completely inexperienced, to make choices like this that will be very impactful. Because if you know. Oh, see, like, for instance, this is not against the rules. There was no rules about walling in the relics. So going out there and protecting them for your Kohai to get later, perfectly valid, solid strategy. This is something I do like seeing.
Who is walling in? I see. Prime is walling in the relics. Very nice. And wow, Kirk is already Castle Age. That's awesome to see.
He is securing relics for his partner who is in Castle Age, so that way they're guaranteed these resources. Like that is what you should be doing in these sort of situations. It's like, hey, you're ahead, use it. You know?
Right. Yep. So we've got Kirk already grabbing a relic, which is awesome. We have Prime walling in another relic. And okay. And Retaliation is Retaliation is Kirk's partner, and we can see that Kirk actually built a wall for Retaliation, which is a little bit surprising, considering we would have expected it to be the other way around. Ooh, that was a good. Yeah. Oh wow! And I was just about to compliment Arthur on the Wololo and surviving, and then his monk died. I was like, damn. Yeah. Sad.
See, and this is the nice thing. Like, Thromac is utilizing his strength as the as English, and he's just relying on these really good ranged units to kind of like poke wherever he needs them to.
Yeah, Thromac actually has a really big army. 11 longbows and 4 spearmen. Like, this is a lot better than what we would expect to see from Ronzodia level tactics.
So my assumption here, looking at Book's base, who's making heavy stables, he will likely go prepared to make Sofa, and he's going to have Thromac rush somebody. As English, you have very strong feudal. As Malians, you have a very strong castle. So he's going to go to castle, unlock his Sofa, and go his good Sofa, because you want to get your veteran Sofas if you can.
Yeah.
And then just go all in and try to take out one of your neighbors. And if you unlock yourself while the other team hasn't, like the third team, then you're going to be able to steamroll them afterwards, and you're almost guaranteed to win. Like,
right.
what you really need to do as Kirk and Retaliation, if you start to see Arthur Avitus die, you need to go after Prime, and you need to unlock your military as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you fall behind in that method, you're going to be fighting a 2v1 army fight, and you will lose that more than likely.
Yep. So far, good from Arthur.
And Kirk is coming back to get some vengeance. He's got his mounted samurai out here ready to start pushing.
Ooh. Where are... Oh, okay, I see them now. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Dang, that's impressive.
And they're denying the White Tower.
Awesome.
So, like, they're denying a relic, White Tower, and the outpost simultaneously.
They've also forced Thromac to pull his army away from Arthur, which if Kirk can get a bunch of kills on these longbows, like, that would have been huge. But he lost one mounted samurai and is opting to pull the other one back to safety. Quite to safety, but he is pulling them over to murder the White Tower villagers, which is a very smart play. Nope, I spoke too soon.
And we are seeing Prime go for the triple TC, and he's just mining his way into the wood line. My assumption is he's going to go for the high trade house, get that massive gold amount from all this wood, and just continue pushing back, because you don't have a lot of space going forward without being at a heavy risk, especially because he didn't go for Kremlin or something to defend himself with.
Yeah.
As he is a SENPAI, so him pushing backwards and not forwards is going to be more beneficial to him.
So Book getting a violation here, building the Imam when he is a Senpai. So gonna have to send him a message.
Yep. He will have to return that relic back out, because he cannot get that. Let me double check here. Because technically Thromac could have given it to him. Oh yeah, okay. No, he's gotta. Yeah,
he's not allowed to build imams in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
Yeah. We spoke about that. Yep. And that's not just like a scout. That is like an active military, like, technical unit. So.
Yep. So if you want to have some commentary while I message Book.
Yep, if you can message Book, and I would say message anyone in the lobby you can get a hold of, let him know that he's got to return that relic back to the middle of the map and sacrifice that imam. Like, that was the rules were there. All right. So when we look over here, we're going to towards Kirk. We are seeing him returning his mounted samurai. Probably going to try to get those healed up, because they are an expensive unit, and he does have the Shinto shrine, so he does have access to his priests, who can, I believe, heal him up. Or at the very least, he needs to get something to heal them. When we're looking over here at Prime, he did go for the high trade house, and he is getting 295 gold a minute with that, and he's still pumping the vills. So he is making sure he has a heavy economy, which is going to be good. We are seeing Sir Arthur of Idis is not as far along as he probably would like as the Zushi player, especially. His military forces are low. He's only
Arthur did manage to get 2 of the relics, though, which is pretty impressive considering how
harried he was.
Yeah, exactly. Considering how much pressure Thromac was putting on him to keep him from being able to gather those. Taking a look at Kirk's base. Kirk got 3 relics.
Were you able to get a hold of Book or
I sent him a
someone
DM.
in the lobby?
So I sent Book a DM.
All right. So we also see Retaliation also went for the high trade house, but he didn't cut it. It cut as deep as Prime did to get that. So that is there. I do like some of these plays here. We're saying, like, we have Prime has. They all realize there is no neutral neutral markets, so they don't have to worry about denying trade. So he is just going for a forward keep. Once again, it's good stuff because if they lose a landmark or that keep, he's suddenly going to be in this game military-wise. So, and he is building a forward infrastructure as well.
Yeah, both Prime and Book have got forward keeps and forward infrastructures. I'm surprised that it's taken this long for people to start kind of dropping things in other players' faces. So, see what...
Like, you kind of have to do that because eventually this is a map where there isn't a neutral trade, so you're not guaranteed trade, even with your partner. So getting these forward resources does matter. Like, you should be fighting over these if you can.
Yeah.
But right now, the only ones who have really done so as a team is Thromac and Book, and they've pushed in hard. They have White Tower forward, they have a forward keep, and if anyone tries to push in on them, like, you're going to get hit. And this is not a violation. They're not, like, going into people's bases and dropping them.
Yeah,
they are keeping them they're within their own walls at their infrastructure. So,
yes. So,
no
yeah, exactly. To answer your Avity's question about whether or not this is breaking the rules, it is not. Since there is no trade to be disrupted and no enemy villagers to be shot, like, they are perfectly allowed to build those keeps where they are. Since we do want to encourage, like, this is a war game. We would like to see some war sooner or later.
The basically, to clarify, the rules in place are in so that you cannot place keeps or defenses on a neutral outpost if you're the Senpai, and you cannot place something that, as it is placed, it is immediately within the range of an enemy unit. That is their non-military units. So by placing these before people were out here getting resources, they were able to secure this, which is good. Like, they were aggressive with their start, and thus it is going to pay them dividends.
Yep. I also like how both Kirk and Thromac have pretty decent armies at this stage of the game. Hopefully Arthur is able to get better military up fast, because the other players are definitely outpacing him in that regard. It looks like Arthur is going for the please attack my landmark strat, putting a very forward Mount Lu Academy kind of right at Thromac's face, which the only reason that you would do that in this is to encourage it to die, so that Prime is able to build military and do things. Now, okay, that keep is not yet getting built.
It's
Prime's trying. Prime's trying real hard. No, it was canceled before it got finished. He tried building 2 keeps, and each one got denied by Kirk Salvatore's army. But he does have some keeps up.
We may now finally see a landmark go down. I'm not sure if Thromac realizes he's doing it or not, but his Mount Lu Academy is getting currently attacked by a a singular Treb.
Oh, nice. I don't know.
As soon as that goes down, Prime can start building his military, and they can go together to attack whoever they want. There's no more rules on their restrictions.
Right. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure that Mount Lu Academy was built there very specifically to encourage its death. It could also be that he ran out of space, but I think it's more likely that maybe a combination of the two.
He could have probably put it towards Prime, like within Prime's walls.
Right, yeah.
So
let me let
hold on.
Arthur know.
He deleted the keep. Technically, if they had destroyed that keep, then that would also be a destroyed keep.
Nice. I wasn't sure.
I think he wanted to save the stone because he realized the Mount Lu Academy was going down.
Right.
And it's on fire. As long as he doesn't fix it.
Right.
As long as he doesn't fix it, they're good. But they got to remember, this means Book is now online too.
Yes,
Book
which
can
is something
start
that
killing anyone.
both like Book and Prime have been itching for this entire time. So they are quite happy. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and we immediately, like I said, we're gonna see the sofa coming out. Mass sofa is already been printed 29.
Does he
So
have the upgrades?
they have
Yes, he
released the
does.
Dogs of
Okay.
War, and we immediately see the Streltsy coming in from Prime as well.
Yep.
So we're seeing both sides have realized that they are available to go to war. As Retaliation and Kirk, right now you don't have a choice. You need to go kill a landmark or kill a keep. You just have to do it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to fall behind. Because if either one of these teams decide to come for you, you're going to be on the losing side.
Yeah, and it looks like Kirk is going for losing a keep. He's dropping a keep of his own right in keep fire range of one of Prime's. So I imagine that this keep is going to get smashed. And whether it goes up or not, I think is a win for Kirk. Since that will allow Retaliation to fully be in this game. But the main battle.
That keep. Oh, and we do see a Berkshire drop on Sir Arthur of Idis.
Oh God, that's poor Arthur. That's gonna be rough to deal with.
And
so
and Thromac is allowed to go in and do that as the Kohai. So there is no restrictions. Oh, yeah, exactly. They deleted it. They did not let it finish building. They could have allowed Retaliation to finally join the fight if they had gone for that.
Oh, if they had kept that keep up?
Yeah, they were just seconds away from finishing it.
Damn. That is, you hate to see it. But it looks like Kirk and Retaliation are being pretty well left to their own devices while the other two teams duke it out. Arthur trying desperately to get some military infrastructure up since he does not have a whole lot of soldiers, but getting completely overrun by the sofa hordes from Book.
Yeah.
Will Prime have a large enough military to save his partner? Doesn't really look like it. He's got 43 military in production right now, 114 villagers, so he's going to be able to afford to print that military forever.
They're going for the Shaolin Monastery first.
They're gonna get rid of those relics. Yep. Also disabling the Shaolin monk training. Since Arthur doesn't have any pagodas up yet, and may or may not be able to even build them. Let's take a look. See if I can find a villager of Arthur's.
If I'm Kirk right now, he needs to be pushing Prime and killing that keep. He needs to kill that keep to allow his teammate to finally be unleashed, you know?
Right. But on the other hand, with Book and Prime's attention focused on each other, like that's allowing Kirk and Retaliation to just boom freely, working for a wonder victory. So I imagine that they're not going to be worried too much about the fact that Retaliation can't build military at the moment because they don't need it right now. Like they are perfectly fine just banking resources and cackling while doing so.
Yeah, this is good. Like I just think as it stands, like you want to just have that ready. Like if you knock down one keep, get like 3 or 4 trebs or even a couple cannons, you take down a keep. You don't have to build the military right away, but you will be able to when the time comes.
Yeah, this sofa horde is just completely obliterating Red and Purple's team. Like they do not seem to have thought that that Thromac and Book were going to be able to amass such a huge military as quickly as they did.
And right here, this is why you need Kremlin. So, like right now, if he didn't have Golden Gate, he had Kremlin. He could build mass spearmen, and he could at least like put some
just
level
drop
of
a million
resistance.
gremlins. Yeah, that would have been the safer play. But you know, he went for a very standard FFA/team build with the Golden Gate. Like I'm not overly critical of that particular landmark choice. It's just that Book had the military infrastructure like super ready, as did Thromac, like having already been building military for like the entire game, while Arthur was caught completely unprepared for any kind of military. interaction.
He did not have infrastructure for military ready, even to like a degree that the other teams do. Like he had 4 or 5 buildings that could build military, while you look over here at Book and he's got like what, 15, 20, 30.
Yeah,
and
which
he's
you know,
backed by Fulani Corral. He's
and
got
that
Rio Barra.
like all of this critique is actually to be expected from the Kohai. Like, that's basically what I would expect to see from Arthur. More relying on Prime to be able to get the win, but it looks like Prime just didn't have a food bank. Because he only has enough food to build 1 villager, and there's so many sofa in his base that he can't afford to build a villager.
We are seeing Kirk come in, and Kirk did destroy a keep. So now Retaliation is free to go in and start building military.
Nice.
And he does have the infrastructure, but like you said, he's not spending it yet. He's banking his resources, I think. Let me double check this.
Yep,
yes,
it's still
he is getting upgrades. He's getting upgrades and resources right now. So when he does build a military, it will be ready, you know?
Yeah, and I like that play from Retaliation. Like, yes, you can build the military now, so if necessary, you can, if you're super worried about Book Sofa spam, you could just send some spearmen over there to save Prime, but you don't have to. Like, it's still in your better interest to allow this opponent's team to die so that it's just a 2v2 scenario. And the fact that, and because you've been able to just bank for so much longer than either other team, like you're going to be in a better economic position than Book and Thromac will be. Or even, you know, if Prime and Arthur are able to survive this, like they'd still be in a much better position than anyone.
I'll say Book is broke. Like straight up, Book has very little in the way of resources. And if you look at Retaliation's bank compared to his, it's night and day. So they may be able to finish off Prime and Sir Arthur of Itis, but that means immediately Kirk and Retaliation are going to be able to outgrind you just based on resources. And there are, like, Thromax and Book's army are across the map. Like, they are not, like, here supporting, you know?
Kirk is also, like, very much contributing to the death of Prime and Arthur. Like, he's keep dropping in the base, burning down, bringing, like, 4 bombards and 2 mangonels. Got the numbers mixed up in my head. Like, I don't think that poor Prime and Arthur...
Okay, real quick. We see a very clever play here. Look at the very far edge of the map in the northeast.
Oh, yeah.
If he can get some stone walls up there, like he's going to be able to...
Unfortunately for Arthur, Book has already found that. And has already sent like a bunch of... He's sent 4 sofa to kill off. It doesn't look like...
He doesn't see the walls being built, I don't think, or he's not paying attention to it. So
he doesn't. He didn't find that landmark. Like, he hasn't scouted the landmark. He doesn't know what's actually back there. He just thought it was some sneaky wood gathering. He doesn't know about the landmark. Ooh, that's good.
He ran back there, but this will allow Sir Arthur of Vitus to hopefully survive, because they don't have to win. They just need to be in the final 2.
Right. So yeah, this prevents them from getting eliminated from the game anytime soon, which is extremely fortunate for that team. Book is looking for it. Book knows that there is something back there that he wants to find, but he's scouting it in just not the right direction. That's really lucky for their team.
Sadly, looking at Prime, he's out of this game. His bank is gone. He's got 1 Vil or like 1 trader or 1 Vil somewhere, and that's it. Like, there is nothing left for him. And we now see Retaliation has come forward.
Like, Arthur's in the same boat. He only has 1 villager left. He's got almost no bank. Like, this team is dead for
Yep.
all intents and purposes. Like, this team is completely out of the game. Yeah, if it weren't for the fact that Arthur sent slung some food to Prime. That's awesome.
Yep,
Like, we had
that's
thought
good.
about
That's-
like, we didn't give any limitations on the Kohais being able to sling resources. It's just,
Yep.
you know, you almost never see that. Or at least I don't
you don't
play.
see the higher ranked player getting resources from the weaker player.
Right.
Like that's
I don't play
Well,
a whole
we-
lot of team games either, so I'm not sure how common resource slinging is.
It can be decently common depending on your Civ kind of matchup. Like if you're playing with the Mongol player, they tend to have so much gold they can just throw it your way.
Oops.
But that's
Oh,
about it.
oh my god. Thank you, Zervinium. Like, this... Oh, Prime with
Prime,
the one
far right
villager. You love to see it. Oh, that's so good. Like, Book's never going to look there. Like, they're going to
Nope.
assume that he's hidden, you know, either somewhere behind his own base, maybe behind Retaliation and Kirk, but he's never going to look behind, like, Book's never going to look behind his own base to try to find a sneaky villager town center. Like, God, that is so good. Love it.
And the thing is, one day there may come a dark day where Prime comes in, like chops out all this wood, makes mass siege, like mass rams with all the wood he gets.
Yes.
And he just comes in and backdoors Book.
Yes,
Like,
that
I
is
don't
what I'm
think
hoping
that
for.
that'll happen.
That is the dream that I want to see realized. I want Prime to emerge with a 200 Ramaconda, like, just in its full throbbing glory, and and just obliterate book space.
Yep.
That
I will
is
say, Book has restabilized his economy. He has a small bank now that he can fight with. He can probably build like one new army at a time at best. So as long as he's cautious, he should be able to continue kind of flooding here.
Yeah, I mean, Book
And-
has always had like a pretty good steady income. He's just been spending it all on military. Like, he's very
Yep.
much going for the kill
Yeah.
for his
Which
team.
which at this rate may mean
Maybe
that
the real win.
Prime and Ibis may make it to the finals despite
Ooh, that would be
being
good.
able to do nothing.
Right?
Just
Just by virtue of the fact that their final landmark was never found.
yeah.
Although Book is looking for it. Like, you can see he's got packs of Sofa roaming around the edges of the map, trying to locate that final landmark from Thromac and Prime. See where it is.
Yeah. Oh man, this is good.
Ooh, okay. Yes, it is.
See, and this is the sort of thing I would like to see more of in FFAs as a whole, or team FFAs, because normally you'll see like an all-in feudal rush or just like banking until the end game. The way the rules of this tournament works completely encourages this whole play style. Like,
Right.
oh, you
Like,
don't
just
like,
very-
if you're trying to get. Go ahead.
Just the very unconventional play styles of like getting that really early aggression going without the landmark sniping. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. Like
Oh.
we're seeing, and the funny thing is, you saw for once where people were getting their veils harassed, for instance, at the very beginning,
Yeah.
but they were not. They weren't going for war over it. Like normally, you kill one veil, it's all in. But
Right.
now they're like, oh no! I can't afford this double fight.
Right. Yeah.
So
And
they're like people. Yeah, you're seeing more acceptance and more like just passive politicking.
we love the
we
haggard
do-
politics. I also love that Book was able to find a path back into Kirk and Retaliation's base, because, you know, players typically don't think about walling off the back in Glade. You tend to assume that the tree line itself is defense enough, and it looks like that's going to get punished by Book yet again. He's got another pincher attack going on.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Well, the thing is, we did talk about the fact that Glade gives you a false sense of security.
Yeah.
You think you have all these wood lines behind you protecting you. You walk right through them every
Right.
time.
Yeah, and that's one of the
Like-
reasons that we picked Glade specifically is, you have a little bit of security, but it does give you that false sense that you just had mentioned. And seeing people, like, it's a good learning experience for anyone who doesn't play Glade, just to realize, oh, I thought that this area was safe, but actually it's a lot less secure than I initially imagined.
Yep. Like, it's kind of crazy how that goes, you know?
Mm-hmm. And here we have Retaliation getting pushed really hard by Thromac, while Book is attacking Kirk Salvatore. Looks like Book's attack actually has kind of died off, fortunately for Kirk, but this blob of longbows has been doing just terrible, terrible damage. Holy crap! Pod 2 is actually done, like already. That's kind of awesome.
I expected these to be quick games because like if you don't react properly, you're just going to wipe someone, you know?
Right.
Like if I was Retaliation and Kirk, like an actual viable strategy is queue up like a bunch of or get ready to queue up a bunch of military, destroy the Prime's keep, and backstab Book and wipe him out. Like, because they're across the map, they would have to run all the way back, and by that point, you've wiped out half their infrastructure. And if you've scouted properly, that Prime and Idis are out of this game in terms of their combat ability. So then you can, like, cripple them before it's even time, you know?
Okay, Blob, I want to know how Quillen Witching cheesed it, because this should be hilarious.
Did they build 100 vills and go after people's bases?
I don't know. All I see is Blob Sloss in chat saying that Quillen Witching kind of cheesed the victory, and now I need to know how they did that, because that is going to be glorious. Oh, there's only 2 sacred sites, and Thromac and Quill's team, not Quill, Thromac and Book's team just took them both. So, got a 10-minute countdown.
Prime may technically still be able to, or Retaliation and Kirk may still be able to make the finals if they've gotten more kills still. So, it almost behefts Sir Arthur of Idis and Prime if they can just get something on one of those, because they need the other 2 to die to guarantee themselves into the final, you know? And I do love how Prime has gone for this. He's walling in all the ways in and out of his base,
which is so smart. Yeah, he has to do that. And we see Arthur finally sending his villager to over to Prime to secure that as well.
Yep, and we do see Prime making another TCE and making hunting cabins along the wood line.
As he should. Like, that is the correct play from his position. Like, this is great.
Yeah. These are the haggard things I love to see.
Right.
Now, Prime and Arthur are probably just really sad.
Yeah, they got
like,
done
what
dirty.
can we do? Yeah, well, they went for like a really good Imperial group, but here's the weakness of that. Zushi and Roos may have lots of passive resource options. They may have good, like Roos obviously doesn't have the greatest late game military, but Zushi does. But that doesn't matter if in Castle Age the English player just beats you down. Like Sir Arthur of Idis needed to be able to be aggressive,
right?
And, like, hold back. Like, or at the very least, he needed more infrastructure and protection from Prime. Like, Prime probably should have even had a keep in his base or next to the entrance to his base.
Okay, and we see one team tap out. Kirk and Retaliation are just calling it a GG. It looks like... So that means Prime and Arthur are going to be moving on. Yeah. So
the team of Prime-itis, aka we know what their actual team name is, and the team of Book and Thromac, they are what was their team name? Let me double check this.
I don't.
Mashed Potatoes. Team Mashed Potatoes.
Nice.
Well, Team Mashed Potatoes probably has this. I don't think we will see the death of Prime and Sir Ithis before the timer.
All right. And Sacred Sites Sacred Tracker update. 2 Sacred Sites have been captured by Book and Thromac. So
yeah,
that is all the information that we get to have as observers. So yeah, we're just waiting for whether or not Prime and Arthur are going to tap out, or if they will stick around to the very end. I'm guessing the latter. Oh, wow. Book and Book's team still has not found Arthur's final landmark. So they haven't aren't going to be able to close out the game quite yet. But they're looking.
Oh, it sounds like McSkinfree's teammate dropped on him, so
yes,
he was not able to.
Yeah, I did see that. So we knew that Galactic had time constraints, but alas, it turned out his time constraints were worse than even he anticipated. So thank you for coming over, Galactic. Hopefully next time you'll be able to have more time available.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, so they're still looking, trying to find where that last landmark is to close out the game.
Well, I think we can safely say the finals will not more than likely win by a cheese, as we see Book and Thromac will not allow such activities will not go on in their server.
Right. So Blob Sauce, I would, if anyone from Pod 2 is in the is listening, I would love to know how Quill and Witching were able to cheese a victory.
Well, it sounds like Nani had to step out for a second due to his stomach issues,
right?
And the Galactic had to run to take care of the thing he had to take care of, which is not his fault, as we did start late today. We were trying to get in a final player to round out the numbers, and to see the person, like, to try to give time for people who wanted in to get in. They didn't show up, so
yeah.
It's a rough one, and I do feel for that.
Yeah.
I will say McSkinfree is definitely on my list of backups. If someone else is like Kohai has to drop him, McSkinfree gets precedent as far as I'm concerned. Oh, I should probably actually talk into my mic. I'm not sure how I sound right now.
Oh, I haven't noticed any sound issues from your end at all, Dandy. So it's been going good so far.
Good to know.
Okay.
I had it behind me, just kind of sitting there. I completely forgot I had it there. And I do love how Book is now running the length of the edge of the map trying to find stuff. And the funniest thing is, if they just build stone walls, there's no way for them to get past those because you can't get siege back here.
Right. But the only person who could build stone walls would be Arthur. And Arthur has 348 stone. He's probably wanting to save it up for a second town center. Hoping desperately that something will occur to allow them back in the game before the sacred timer runs out.
Yep. Well, sadly, there can be no savior. It is only the 2v2 at this point. And there's 3 minutes
the
left
3-minute counter. Yep. So we've
got
Book heavily reinforcing the sacred sites with lots and lots of toll outposts. I don't think I saw a single trader from Book, come to think of it. No, he never built any traders. That's kind of surprising, considering Malians have really good trade. Like, they just went for the passive gold income to carry them. Sacred Timer is what got the Pod 2 victory. So.
Yep. So let me ask Blob. Did Nani have his military available to him, or is it basically a 2v1 due to military?
Oh, okay. And there's the game.
They gave in.
Nope, their landmark got destroyed. Looks like
Oh.
the other team finally found the Arthur's last landmark and was able to get the W that way. Very nice.
Okay.
So
there we go.
That is Book, Mac, Arthur, and Prime. Moving on to the finals. So let's make a.
All right. And the new one will be on Continental this time. All right.
There we go.
Yeah. You killing my bills is not why I'm pissed. Yeah, Mixed Free, that's a rough one.
And now we play the waiting game for the finals match to start. So while that is getting ready, I'm going to go grab something to drink.
All right. Needs to make the list. Nani, who is with Blob. All right. Now I've got that posted up with the list of players. We're all in files. Yep. All right. Oh, Galactic. Let me get you the stream. Oh, that is a good strat, Blob. Like that, if you realize you're falling behind or you want to try to kill your neighbors earlier, you can make an agreement to kill the person you don't want to fight's keep. One of you will have to drop the stone, and then like going forward, like that is a thing. And Kirk, he did make 2, and we had to get him off on that. Like that is not allowed, and I will say it did not win them the game clearly, and neither did the 1 relic. But we are gonna. There is not going to be a second time with that. And I'm going to make a point of this real quick. Clearing.
Somehow, Palpatine has returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It doesn't look like the game has started yet, is that right?
Yep, I'm giving everyone a moment to get everything together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds Gucci.
And I was giving Prime and Book a warning about their production. If they do it again, I will consider them
disqualified.
Dropped. Because they did.
Okay.
I understand. Yes. Yes, Book. Yes, the Imam.
Yo. So,
right.
yeah, I think you caught basically they just built things besides, like, villagers and traders.
One person built an extra scout, one person built an imam, and they are getting put on for that. They are put on notice.
On blast, as it were.
Yeah.
Oh,
right, there
no.
you go, Galactic.
Gotta step up, Prime.
What's going on?
Prime dropped from Conk 2.
Oh.
He's no longer a Conk 2 player.
Wow, Prime. Letting us down
so
hard.
Sad. I know, right?
Is that why you let them bully you, Prime? Is that what happened? And come on, guys. 3 likes. Where's all the likes? I see so many of you. Every single person should have 3 likes. Minimum. Hit the like button 3 times. Not 2. 2 is not enough. And 4 is too many.
True. Only odd numbers. Por
Yeah.
favor.
Yep. All right. So, Prime, can you do us a favor, because you are here in chat, and get us a lobby going? It will be Continental, 8 people, teams together, standard start. And please give us 10 second to no delay. You, as a lobby, may choose the biome. I personally think I want to see Christmas, and I would love to see someone be the angry Christmas team of red and green. But if that doesn't happen, well, I think you're all terrible people, but we'll move beyond that.
Somehow.
Yeah, we'll find a way.
Possibly.
He already has a little bit. Already got one. Okay, Blob. Awesome. Well, there's the rules. Continental, standard start, teams together. Obviously, like, keep it with the revealed. It can't be revealed for everybody. And all that stuff. All the standard stuff, my guys, for a team game.
Mm-hmm.
Galactic, it's a rough one, buddy.
Yeah. Like we were saying earlier, it's like we knew that it had a time limit. So real life happens. Like It's real life. That's gotta come first.
It is sad you will not get the picture of goat though. Like that, I know that's the prize everyone really wants is the picture of the goat, but
well, yeah, everyone loves goats.
Yeah, we're all here for goat pictures, and I know that is like the entirety you guys play Age of Empires is for the sheep and goats.
Oh no, Kirk forgot to tell his teammate that. Oof, poor retaliation. I thought that was
yeah, it was
intentional.
Yeah, we thought you were ecoing. I kind of had the
up
thought
to you, Blob Sauce.
For you and Kirk. I would say no score. I would say no score. Because there is situations where it is inaccurate because certain civs get their scores higher than others more easily, and some get lower, even though it is.
Yeah, Delhi comes to mind right away since they don't spend resources on research.
Yep. And the other thing that's big with that is I feel like it kind of makes people not want to scout things out, and you should be scouting things out. Like, come on. Come on, guys. You gotta use your towers.
Imagine using towers. Who does that?
No.
No.
See, that is another thing. If you can't build scouts, guys, you can build towers.
It's true. You can
go
also
out
have the
there.
dreaded villager scouts.
Yeah. You get the dreaded villager scout. Go like 4 or 5 TC, 200 pop vills, and just run the vills around.
Scout forever with all of your vills. Mm-hmm.
Did you know that 2 vills beat 1 vill? So if you send 2 vills on a single vill, you can eventually win that fight.
It's true.
Like, food for thought for you conks that are senpais. You senpais. Like, those vills, they're deadly. They have a whole damage that they can do minimum.
Vills also have torches.
They do. They
can burn
torches.
Down buildings.
Yeah, it's the death by 1,000 paper cuts, but it'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Make sure it is observable. Skim free. I do see that.
Yep.
Considering how hard it was to get Senpai real life seems to be today's theme.
Ha.
Too true retaliation. I know, Kirk. It's some top level strategies, but greater number of vills beats lower number of vills. It's an unknown statistic.
That more number beat less small number. It's true.
Yeah, man. Big number can be better than small number
in certain circumstances.
Kirk, you want to know what makes that even worse? When you just dip the paper cuts in salt or like lemon juice. Like, imagine just all the things happening. Like, what if it wasn't just the vills? It was the vills and their 1 scout. Like, they get 1 scout. What if that scout helps? Like, all of a sudden, that vill and a scout beats just a vill. Like, I don't know what to tell people, but these are top level strats that people need to be using. Yeah, Kirk, you need to level up. I'm giving you the good information. I don't know what you got to be able to do it, buddy.
You're sharing too many top secret, top tier strats.
I should just sell my book.
The game is finally beginning. We've got Team 2, Thromek and Book. Thromek looks like the same civs as before for Thromek and Book. Team 4, we have Witching on Jeanne d'Arc and Quill on French. Team 7, we have Prime on the HRE and Sir Arthur on Jushi Legacy. And on Team 8, we have Blob Sauce as Roos and Neniori on the French. And we will have more once the game finally decides to load. After my hamsters have run their fastest.
I know. I keep telling you need to get a 3rd hamster. The 2 that are working there, they're old, they're worn out, they need to be retired. Get 3 hamsters.
Well, I was hoping that the new dog that we just got would work as the 3rd hamster, but sadly he refuses.
All right. We are in. I'm here. Or at least I'm in. I don't know about you.
Yep. No, I'm in as well. We've got got Prime given the Jesus to all of his villagers. We
Oh, we
have
do see Book and Thromac are going for a different combination this time. Oh, what is going on?
Quill and Witching have surrendered. Okay, looks like something went wrong with the game launch as everyone is surrendering. So.
Yep. Wow, guys! Whoever was the last one standing,
Congratulations!
wins, obviously, you won in spirit, but not in all actuality.
Yeah. All right. So let's find out what happened.
Someone probably forgot to do something.
So Zeridium, on this map, no, there's not going to be a whole lot of wood to get hunting cabin resources, but since the entire main map is surrounded by water, the roost fishing is ridiculously strong. So there is definitely a good reason to go roost on the Continental.
Yep. There is indeed a strategy that could be used on that map with roosts.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, walling in that map specifically is very inefficient because you can always be attacked from the sea as well. So as roosts, where you don't have the ability to build walls or the stone walls, that is, unless you go with a specific landmark, you're almost better off going roost, not worrying about walls, and just going really good siege so you can clear bases easier. I see that as a plausible strategy. Maybe not the best strategy, but a plausible strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, OP no drop off fish is good, man.
It really is. It is quite strong.
It is strong, my boys. It has stocks and stonks.
Not just stocks, but stonks.
Big stonks. I would like to invest in one stonk, please.
Mm-hmm.
One roost stonk.
I want one art.
I will pay with it with my my gift card.
Exactly.
My one gift card, guys. What if I gave you guys a gift card? Would that make you happy? Can I give you a gift card to Goats R Us?
Yes.
And you may only spend it here buying snacks for the goats.
I see literally nothing wrong with this.
The goats, they're tough cookies, man.
Mm-hmm.
But they do like being spoiled. They want you to give them goat stonks. And by goat stonks, I mean literally all your scraps. Just if it's not meat, throw it in their pen, please. That's what they would like.
Okay. Wasn't sure if... I feel like a goat would consume the flesh of the innocent if it was if it was free to acquire.
I feel like the thing is, there's two things goats actively don't want to eat, and that's meat and mushrooms. They hate mushrooms.
Huh. Never would have guessed.
And yeah, it is that they do not like the mushrooms, which I'm glad they don't like the mushrooms because I also hate the mushrooms, so mushrooms never have to enter my house. So, but you know what they do like to eat? They like to eat pine needles.
Huh. Well, at least something will eat those, I guess.
Yeah. Zerinium, any goat that I have known and seen has never eaten mushrooms. But so before a goat, goats eat anything that is non-meat, basically.
Right.
And
we are back in the game. It looks like I don't know. It looks like everything's pretty much the same. So maybe I'm guessing the restart was due to and of course now I would have the brain fart. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe teams didn't spawn together.
Yeah, teams not spawned together. Maybe they forgot they had the number of resources mixed up. I'm not sure. All right, so let's look at our teams. We have Book and Thromac with Roos in English. Roos is going to be able to utilize the fishing on the map very efficiently, which is going to be good for them. And they do have good siege, which will support a English army very well. Next off, we have Witching and Quill, which is Jean and Roos, which is once again a good combination. Zhone doesn't really have any major weaknesses besides that they're not the strongest water civ. They still do well, but obviously Rus can definitely cover them.
Yeah,
we
it's a
do
good
have,
biome, Nomad. Sorry, continue.
Yep, we have Sir Arthur of Idis and Prime with Zushi and Rus. Rus just seems to be a favorite here. Or no, not Rus. HRE. I looked.
Yeah,
down
no,
like,
like you see the dock and you immediately think, oh, that's probably Bruce, considering the build order
I was
they
looking
went
at
for.
blob sauce. I was looking at
Right.
blob sauce.
Yep.
I'm just a big dum dum. Don't worry about it.
I'm surprised that Blob Sauce hasn't gone for water. Like both Quill and Book have both gone for water already.
Well,
which
it's definitely good to get it. Don't get me wrong, but if you, especially because he has Nani as Nani as his teammate, and Nani is going for a later dock as well. It seems like he's probably telling Blob to not worry about the water quite yet, and to just kind of like be more comfortable. Because if you try to push your Kohai to do too much, they're gonna get overwhelmed. You know.
Oh, okay. For some reason I didn't realize that Blob Sauce was the Kohai.
Yeah,
So.
he's the Kohai. So he's trying to micro his scout. He's trying to deal with his stuff, and he'll probably go for one. But he's gonna need to take
Throwback
time.
with the elite strats denying Roos hunting bounty over on the in the eastern side. That's pretty clever. Like, definitely getting some really good gameplay from Throwmac. Let's take a look at everyone's favorite Bronze League hero, Witching. She's got 5 people on wood. Getting a lumber camp now. She does actually have a dock, so having...
I don't like this dock positioning, though. It's so far away from all the deep sea fish. If she had it to the north just a little bit, like opposite side of this neutral trade post, she would have close by deep sea. So a little bit of a placement or scouting error there, though.
If I were like, she hasn't scouted north of the trade post, so she has no way of knowing what's over there.
Okay.
I'm fine with it. Like, if anything, based on the information that she has, like maybe a little bit further south, but I think it's in a pretty good position. Like, you still have line of sight on the trade post.
Witching just lost her scout.
Oh no!
The dreaded Prime put a Vil in his TC and killed it.
Ha!
Those
she had a
HRE
second scout,
tactics.
so she is fine.
I don't know. That's going to be a rough start there. I will say, I am liking everyone's starts here. I definitely would like to see Blob trying to transfer to a fishing economy at this point. Like I understand, he may just be playing it safe still. Like, his mentality may be, okay, I need to sit back and I just need to not make mistakes, because obviously the mistakes is where the issues come in. But
I'm a little surprised that Quill is not aging up yet. He has the resources for it.
let me see.
He might be... Oh, nope. He just spent 200 gold on the age up. There we go. And he's getting the Kremlin right next to the boar. So he's either going... Like, probably he'll be aggroing the boar with the Kremlin and maybe garrisoning all of these villagers inside it for that early hunt bonus. He's already at 300 hunt. So getting that boar is going to be really nice for him.
Yep, I do like him going for Kremlin, though. Like,
Same.
The last time, Golden Gate paid no dividends. The game did not go on long enough to really contribute in any major way. So, hopefully people have learned some lessons from that. I'll say, when it comes to... I'm looking at this Meditation Gardens real quick. I don't think there's a better place for it, honestly. This map itself has really spread out resources, so Meditation Gardens at best is going to hit 3 resource nodes. So, yep.
I don't know. I would have liked it a little bit more forward on the stone and gold that's in between Arthur and Prime, since it would also be hitting the deer carcasses and thus getting the food bonus. But to answer your question, Kirk, as far as Delhi working on water maps for the Senpais, yes, they do have, like, their fishing boats do have a ranged attack. And while that can be a significant factor in 1v1 play, the early game just doesn't last long enough in these team games for that bonus to make a particularly impactful difference.
Yeah,
other than early game fishing harass.
Oh, here's a good play I see. We got the Aachen built
Oh,
by
it doesn't count
Prime.
deer. Okay, well, never mind then. He did have it in a good place. We
yeah,
have what?
I was like, Prime went for the Aachen, and he's going for early boar. He microed the boar over to the Aachen so he could get on it, which good for him, man.
Yeah, that's a really good play. And
like he even has some deer near it as well, so he can get the deer and the boar and just get really solid early food.
Yeah,
like,
no, he's got really good early food, early wood, early gold. Like, Prime is in just a fantastic position with that Aachen. It's going to be getting everything.
With all this... Oh, he doesn't... Oh, okay. No, I do now think that this meditation garden's in a bad spot. He's only clipping the wood line. If he had it more forward, he could be at least hitting the whole wood line and then the golden stone nodes.
Well,
so
something to work on for next time for for Arthur. Again, he is the Kohai, so suboptimal gameplay is to be expected from them. So
what? The inexperienced players making inexperienced plays? Don't tell me it's not
shocking. I know. Oh, we got Jean on the hunt, which is awesome to see.
Oh.
No, I don't think it's a Bronzodia question. It's a legit question, Kirk. Because
what is the question?
The question was about the Delhi fishing boats.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, no, it's a valuable question. We also should have mentioned fishing boats were allowed. Like I think it went without saying because it's a non-military unit completely, right? And we said villagers. And what is a fishing boat if not the villager of the sea?
Exactly. And what is tuna if not chicken of the sea?
Yep. So I am in full allowance of the fishing boats and trading ships and transport ships. I think that is fine.
Oh, okay. Those are just Roost fishing boats. I thought maybe someone had gotten some nice trade ships up.
Oh, Quill going to be a greedy boy with the quadruple TC.
Excellent.
All under Kremlin, I might add.
Yeah. Also, we talked up the Kremlin not being used for the boar at all.
Yeah.
Lol.
He makes us... Oh, and here's Wishing stealing people's boars.
Of course, as she do. That's
as one does.
Especially when one is Jean. So, I saw a transport ship from Thromac. Either Thromac or Prime had built a transport ship, but haven't seen anyone actually moving towards the corners.
If you would, Jarin, for our dear viewers, please go to the south and watch Blob Sauce and Quill.
Okay.
Quill does not believe in peaceful scouts.
Oh my god, that is so incredibly troll. I love it.
And every time they go to repair it, he attacks the Bills. When they attack the scout, he runs the scout away. And he just cycles the 3.
That is hilariously obnoxious. If I was Blob Sauce, I would be pissed at Quill. Because it's not accomplishing anything except for triggering the attack notification. So it's just
costing him wood for repairs.
Yeah. Well, the wood cost is fairly minor, but
yeah, it's still an annoyance.
Still there.
Oh, and Prime is hunting down the Jean Harg with the scout.
Oh, that's amazing. And winning. They are winning that fight. Oh my god, that
she was almost dead from killing a boar earlier. So she's
Oh my god, that's so stupid. I love it.
Oh, she won it. She won it.
I'm so happy to have seen that. Like, that was so good.
The pro I can't speak English. The pro moves.
Yes. Literally
Like-
professional quality. Ooh, and Prime, now that Prime has had his fishing eco all but stopped, he's got an emplacement on his dock.
Yeah, that's
Trying to get rid of those galleys.
That is a strat.
Mm-hmm.
And defenses are allowed. We are seeing the... Oh, this is
Prime
nice.
going
for relics.
Not only that, but Prime has
Arthritis.
garrisoned Arthur's Shaolin monks to grab those relics. I love that. That is such a good play.
That is a team effort. Like,
yeah.
I will say, I know these guys played together. Like, I've seen them in team tournaments together before, and it makes me happy every time I see these guys because they do work together.
Nice.
They are not solo players. They do work as a team.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely see Prime carries a little bit harder in terms of the skill level, but hey, man, like, there's always going to be the better player. There's always a bigger fish, as they say in Star Wars.
True. And Prime losing a keep to the White Tower of Thromac. Hasn't been built yet, though.
Nani, you're building galleasses. What did his team did not get a kill on anything, did they?
I'll message Nanny.
Yeah, please communicate with him that military ships are not allowed. We will allow the transport ships and trade ships, but he does not need galleasses.
All right, there
Thank
you
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he deleted them.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yep. That's the whole point. Is you're not building military.
Yep.
Yeah,
So.
we should have specified on the docks. I felt like, and the scout is still attacking. My God, poor Blob, poor Blob.
Right. If I'm Blob, I probably build like a couple archers just to get rid of that obnoxious fucking scout.
Quill
that is
the oh my gosh, Quill is being the biggest little troll. He's putting a keep right outside the range of Blob Sauce.
As he should.
Man, he found the rules and said, I don't think I want to. I mean, think I want to
we said this exact scenario was okay. Like we discussed this exact thing happening and said yes, let's have it happen. So good on Quill.
I'll allow it. We say. I do like Witching is over here ready to defend it as well. Just like if you come for it, it's a trap. So if I'm Witching, I go in and I just massacre Blob Sauce. Like, he has no defenses at this point. He has a relic. Like, you could go in and knock out a team right now at this point, you know? Oh, and they're placing the high armory.
Yeah, they don't see the Blob Sauce definitely doesn't see the enemy keep.
Oh no, he's walking his vills right into it.
Oh, and the keep's been found.
Yeah,
lost 2 vills for it. At least Blob is getting some stables up. So looks like Blob is at least getting ready for some aggression.
Oh, Witching is killing the landmark. That's a landmark kill.
That is a landmark kill. All right.
Make sure you let oh, they're also going for the Golden Gate. Message Nani, let him know that High Armory was destroyed, so he is technically unlocked now.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Witchin going for the hyper aggro play, which
she is.
Honestly, like I'm glad to see that Witching is making these very aggressive plays. Like, as Jean, this is what her Civ is best at doing.
Yeah. And the thing is that, like, this is a good target. Like, and I'm not saying this to dunk on Blob in any way, but he was a good target in so much he doesn't have a lot of military defenses, and he has 2 relics. Once you get those relics, people are going to want those relics, and they will kill you for your relics. So he needs to retreat back to Nani, and like this is gone. Like he cannot. They're not going to be able to secure this base at this point. Because now we got Quail coming in to support. So these other civs, though, these other groups, they need to make a decision really fast about what they're going to do, because as it's hold on, Prime is killing a keep. Or
Prime is also I was gonna say he's losing his keep in the north, so we're gonna see all of the senpais unleashed very, very quickly in this game. So,
all right, and Prime is unlocked. He lost a keep.
Yep, which means that book is unlocked.
Yep, book, and everyone should be able to fight at this point. I will say Prime better realize this and start building infrastructure, because he still doesn't have military infrastructure. Oh, he's getting one. He's getting a barrack queued up. He needs to get that going. Let me see. We do have Book getting some military infrastructure. So yeah, hopefully everyone realizes that they were
I have
unleashed.
messaged everyone. Yep.
Oh, okay. The forward Spaskaya has denied witching a forward.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And has killed like 5 or 6 of her vills. So
nice.
that's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, like Quill needs to help finish this fight, and they need to get those resources. And they gotta be careful they don't make an enemy of Book as well.
Yeah, that'll be tricky.
Nani is coming in with the support though, which should allow them to secure this.
Those arbs just obliterating the Roos men-at-arms. Aw, I actually liked the Castle Age men-at-arm look better than the Elite.
Yeah. Oh, yep. And Witching's getting hit by Book's military attack in the water.
Yep.
He destroyed that keep. He knows he's unleashed, and he is going for it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Everyone has been unleashed. I guess. Let's see.
I'm not sure if Prime has realized he has been.
I messaged Prime directly. Let me message Quill, since he does not seem to realize.
No, Quill knows. He's building siege.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay, good.
It's
I didn't
Prime
notice.
who I don't see building military yet.
Like, he may just not want to right now.
Ecoing.
Yeah,
he may just be ecoing.
Like other than that one attack, other than Thromax, White Tower, they've been left in peace pretty well. What?
Book has completely dominated the water in the south now as well.
Yeah.
He is just beelining down the coast, and he's destroying everything in his way.
Yes.
Like, this is going to
You'll love to
be
see it.
bad. Like, as Quill, you need to stop this attack, and you need to go secure your water. Like, they need to kill very quickly, but he's not even sending his full military in to push. He's just sending in rams, and this is just a waste of wood. So, and Witching's eco is getting hit a little bit too. That is.
Yeah, Witching is definitely feeling some pain at the moment, but she's by no means out of the game. Like, Book seems perfectly content to just be a coastal lord and not make any sort of land military, which is fine for them.
Book is now building land military. He's pushing out some fully maxed out spearmen. So
they are.
He's preparing to take out the French player.
Yes, preparations are underway, and it looks like Thromac is reinforcing against Quill and Witching. That'll be interesting to see. Will they get teamed? Is this going to be a 4v2 situation with poor Quill and Witching? Or will there be some politicking that prevents that?
Look at Quill's northern half of his base.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yep,
getting obliterated thanks to Thromac's military. He's got 4 rams that are trying desperately to figure out how to approach the mining camp. They are about to get there. There they go. They've made it. And they're falling back. Oh no!
Not get pulled back due to the mangonel that he didn't spot. Oh, that's a rough one. But Quill is still being harried from the shore. They are not in a good position. Now Witching is being attacked by mass spearmen and rams and archers.
Yeah, it's really good for Blob Sauce though. Like having that attention pulled from, like having Quill's attention be forced away from Blob and Nanny is allowing them to get right back into the game as if nothing happened. So that could not have happened better for that team.
I will say though, Blob is at 39 vills. He needs to get some heavy fishing going, and he needs to get another TC. He needs to play the catch-up game right now. Otherwise, he
doesn't have the resources to build another town center, so he will be focusing on stabilizing once he figures out how. So.
Yeah, he needs to get some stone. If he gets another 100 stone, he can get another TC. He needs to be, but he does have wood, so he can be getting some fishing ships here. Because that's when he needs to get back into
the Golden Gate got destroyed. I was looking for it, wondering why Blob wasn't using that to get his resources back up, because he doesn't have it.
We do. It seems like they've decided to make a truce here. They have walls, just the walls of peace being built, and Quill has moved to support. Witching is harried here, man. She's losing knights to Streltsy. Like that's a rough. Oh no, okay, never mind. That's Quill Streltsy. Good.
Yep,
Never mind.
Quill Streltsy getting rid of the attacking rams. So yeah, it's very fortunate for them that Book and Thromac have had their attack rebuffed. So they'll be holding on. Witching using
so we're seeing everyone stabilize. And I guess it was good. Prime still doesn't need to worry about military. He's getting some going now, I believe. But he is focused. Nope, he's still all in on trade and vills. He's just trading to his allies' market as per the rules. He has got fishing going. He's got his farm eco going. He's not putting all his eggs in one basket when it comes to his food, which is good. He's got fishing and farms. They're building walls to defend. They are preparing for something to turn at any point, which is the way you play when you are on the defensive eco grind.
Yeah, and I mean, since no one is attacking them, why would they not do that? Like this is like the ideal situation for booming. So boom away, boomers.
Yep, but we do see that there's a blockade on Team Witching Quill.
Yep, Book
or Witch's Quill.
Book definitely having a really good chokehold on that southwestern ocean.
Yeah,
and he just deleted 4 of them, so deciding that he does not need the navy.
Yeah, he doesn't need it as much anymore at this point. He has won the water fight. He won the coast. Now he needs to win the land. And right now, Quill is coming in with a vengeance. He's got Streltsy. He's got elite men-at-arms.
Book is losing all of his wood trying to repair the keeping the Spaskaya Tower up. He is just hemorrhaging wood into that landmark. He can't even. He's got 61 villagers on wood right now, gathering at 2,000 a minute. This is about all he's spending his wood on, and it's barely enough.
And he's got 4. About to go down. We have triple bombards and triple trebs on it now. It is done. They are. This is not good. As Thromac and Book, you got to pull back and ready your defenses. They're going to come for you, and they're going to come hard. Like they did not take kindly to the backstab and the push.
Right.
And now Nani is returning the favor to Quill.
Oh, nice. I see a cannon.
Pushing in his siege.
Oh, there's the second cannon.
He is pushing.
Excellent.
Are those royal or standard?
Just cannons. No royal cannons this day. He did go for the Red Palace. It's kind of in the.
Red Palace.
It's right in between him and Arthur, being a very defensive landmark.
This may be what Book and Thromac need to make sure they stabilize, as they are getting now hooked by Naniori. He is all arbaletiers, all spearmen, and cannons, and he's going to be able to put a whacking on here.
Doesn't seem like Quill either notices or is particularly bothered by it, because his military is still just moving right in through Book. Which, you know, I would as well, considering the previous events. So yeah, he killed the Spaskaya Tower. He's going for the Kremlin now. He's got 14
Well, he
supply
better respond
points
quickly because
available.
we got quad cannons in here now. Those are going to steamroll a base.
Mm-hmm.
And those ARBs are not going to be easy to remove, and they will decimate build numbers too. So they
Quill
got
is
to pull
building
back.
another keep, which seems to be about all the response that he is interested in at the moment. I'm not sure that he's particularly pressed about the encroaching force to his south. Like, it seems like he's much more interested in getting rid of his opponent up in the north than dealing with Naniori. So it'll be interesting to see what happens long term. But right now, his army is in Book space, and it looks like they intend to stay there until one of them dies. So it'll be a matter of which one perishes.
Oh, and we do see Blob decided to build his final landmark and another TC in Nani's base. So at this point, Blob is far more secure. He definitely needs to keep getting his Vil numbers up at both TCs, which he is doing. And he needs to start helping out with some military. A little bit of military support here would be very helpful. Though, let's see what
And it
Nani's
looks like
doing.
Nani
He
has
pulled his back.
decided to pull back. Apparently, whatever blood price was needed has finally been paid, and Naniori is going to go ahead and drop down some stone walls next to the sacred site between his partner and Quill. So.
I feel like that's a good faith gesture. It's like you did attack, but you're not securing the sacred. It's like, hey, I just want to be even. I don't want to be enemies.
Yeah,
Like that.
and Nani's always been really good at the politicking aspect of these FFAs, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if what you're describing is exactly what Nani's doing with these walls, is making it like a more of a good faith defensive fortification.
Oh, head to the north, my dear friend. Thromac is being punished for his earlier crimes against
wow. Yep, Prime with the 27 men-at-arms. Looks like they've wiped out Woodline for Thromac. How many cannons is that? That's 3 cannons. We got 2 mangonels, 7 more spears. Oof.
What's this? It's Prime with the steel chair.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude,
that
what
is
do you think? Do you think this is
brutal.
some pent-up rage after their dominating loss of the previous match?
Probably. I mean, these guys...
Oh, the Vils! They just got double mangonelled. This is not good.
Getting, getting the pain brought directly to his face.
They smelled blood, and the shark came for him.
Right.
If you are Thromac and Book, you're begging for mercy at this point.
Yep. And this, I remember when the map was first introduced, we would see FFA players like you and I actually putting one landmark in the corners islands, specifically to keep us in the game in case something like this happened. We're not really... we haven't seen any player do that in this game.
Clearly, they need to remember what Dandy used to do on these
They need to remember the Dandy strats, it's true.
Dandy strats are deadly, man. Like, you put a red palace and an entire wall full of stone wall towers back before the nerfs.
Oh, God. Yeah, that would have been absolutely disgusting, but it looks like the 4v2 of Quill's team and Prime's team is going to take out Book and Thromac. Book being pretty much gone on his side thanks to the Infinite Roost Ram spam, and Prime coming in with a steel chair over to Thromac and just obliterating him. This is painful.
So what I'm hearing is he got ran from the front, steel chaired in the back.
That's exactly right.
You hate to see it. You hate to hear about it.
And yes, Zeranium, we are those are the raddest of strategies, and they are the best of strategies. And somewhere during my rant, Book and Thromac lost their final landmark, and I lost the score. So those two are down, and apparently something happened. Whatever.
Yep.
We don't need the score.
I'm guessing. I'm not sure if this was in time, Kirk, but I assume it was as he built military. But yes, unfinished keeps do count. It was a keep. The stone was spent. Oh my gosh! No.
And now, now the two conquerors have met and are deciding that they are not satisfied with the bloodlust that has already claimed 2 lives, and they would like to continue more massacring, please.
Yes, please, and thank you.
Oh my God,
Senpai,
that
let
is...
me be your face in.
How many freaking... That is 29 rams from Quill. That is disgusting.
He
like,
needs to
I
send
love
them
it.
up to... He needs to send those at Prime's base. Or body block with them until he can get military out, because this is not going well.
I like the keep. I like Naniori's keep drop on Quill's face. Like, that is very much appreciated and beautiful. Like, it's denying a stone node from Quill while protecting Naniori's own stone. Doesn't look like Quill is in a position to do much about it at the moment, though. Witching dropping a defensive keep to protect her farms, and a gold node over here. Gold node's completely untouched.
After their earlier beatdown, like, they never actually stabilized their economy completely, so this is not something that they can easily defend against. Like, they were able to push because they were already pushing, you know? Like, now they're on the defense, they don't have the military infrastructure and the eco to print out armies to just throw into the meat grinder.
I mean, Quill is definitely still printing out forces.
Yeah, he is for sure. Witching is suffering though, for sure.
Yeah. Witching does not have the food income for much of anything at the moment, unfortunately. She's got a good stone bank though.
Yeah, she does. I don't think they crumble here. I just don't think that they're gonna like their position.
Oh God, no, no. This is a whole world of hurt being brought to their face. Wow, Prime got in deep.
Nani and Blob are the real winners in this, because they're the only one not spending. Though Blob Blob needs to start building more infrastructure. He needs to get more houses. He needs to keep that eco banking. But we are seeing good trade from Nani and Blob. Like, they're using everything they can, and Nani is keeping to the rules and not trading with the neutral post, even though that would do way better for him.
The only thing that I would like to see from any team is cross-map trade on the islands. Like, I think if one team were to get that set up, like, that team would almost certainly be the winner.
Yep, I think, and also there's relics out here. Like, someone needs to get out here and grab these 2 relics. There's relics in Quill's base. There's one right there. These resources need to be grabbed if you really want to, like, dominate with your eco. And we're not seeing that. I think people have forgotten, as you said, the olden days of Continental, because there was a time where everyone was trying to cross-map trade.
Yeah, that was basically what we did. Was you'd get, you'd have some little proxy base on one of the islands. You'd get water trade going from, like, one end of the map to the other, just as far as you could go. Like, it was gloriously haggard. But those tactics seem to have fallen by the wayside, at least for this game.
I'm going to be right back. I got to go grab a drink. My throat is so dry.
I know, right? We are seeing Arthur has a keep that is almost able to snipe out the trade that Naniori and Blobsauce have going on. Over on the western side, though, it looks like there has been a bit of a ceasefire agreed to between Quill's team and Prime's team. We have Arthur and Prime pulling their siege equipment back to their base. Could be getting ready for a push against Naniori and Blobsauce, or it could just be that they are worried about an attack from that very same team and are just getting a more defensive situation to protect themselves. Quill and Witching asserting their dominance over the charred remains of Book and Thromac. Actually, both teams trying to get walls up to grab some land, but Quill doing a pretty good job over on his side near Book. We've got some very ambitious walling from Quill.
This is
Prime
very sad to see. We got a bombard being killed by Vills.
Oh my god, where is this happening? I need to see it. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
And
I
they
love
got it.
they did. Go Quillvilles. That's what
Quillvilles
we're here
are
to
good.
see.
It is sad to see Book and Thromac get taken now so quickly, though. Like, it's not. We didn't even hit the hour mark, and we are already down to 3 players. I will say, Blobsauce definitely needs to get his eco pumping, though. Like, he is unopposed right now. He should be looking for every way to increase his eco.
Well, there's probably a lot of, like, considering how close Blob came to being eliminated, I have a feeling that he is still kind of recovering, if only psychologically, like, just from that kind of a pressure, because he is getting trade going. He does have a good deal more infrastructure than last time that we checked in on him. He's doing the things that he needs to be doing. He's just, doesn't quite have the execution that you or I would have. And again, this is to be expected from players like Blobsauce and Witching and Thromac. Although Thromac was doing actually really well for someone of his rank.
I'll say Thromac, is probably a little bit one of the more experienced co-highs of this group, but then at the same time, like, Book is also not as good as Quill, I would say. Like, and that's just personal opinion. I could be wrong. Like, they could 1v1 and Book may dominate against Quill, but
all right, sounds like we have a video that needs to happen. Is Quill or Book v Quill 1v1ing, bro? Grudge match
1v1
for the one.
bro. Yeah.
Exactly. We got Arthur.
Me after I got pushed.
Right. We got Arthur still continuing the scuffle over the remains of Book's base.
Book and Idis have got cross
Oh my god.
trade.
Oh. Exciting, but less
Cross
exciting.
trade. Not as exciting as cross map trade.
Water
from
trade.
The water.
Yeah, no,
But
Prime and Arthur have had this trade going on for kind of a while. So it's been good.
Last I checked it was only 30, so I'm now seeing it at a much higher number. And we do see Prime getting
80.
the Northern Relics.
Oh, good.
So, like, we are seeing a high number of relics with the HRE.
Go into the HRE, which is exactly what he wants as HRE.
Yep, like this is some crazy stuff. Though I would like to see Zhu Shi, because Zhu Shi technically has better relics with their pagodas, if only by a smidgen of gold. So technically, I would like to see some of those relics go Sir Arthur's way.
I get that, but on the other hand,
Emplacements for
like the better emplacements, you also have HRE's economy kind of relies on the relics far more than
the backstab is here.
Nice.
The trade is gone.
This sudden yet inevitable betrayal.
How could you do this to me?
Right. Well, I'm glad to see that Nanny is throwing down, getting some aggression going on.
And this is bad because there's Prime and Idis are still in a battle with Quill, and Quill's not letting up. So Quill is destroying their forward infrastructure and fighting Prime, and Idis has to come back and defend, but he's across the map, and that is not a cheap army to throw away at this point in the game. He's got Imperial Guards, he's got Nest of Beasts, he's got Spring Ults. Like, none of this is what you want to be throwing away. And my game just froze.
Oh shit! But no, I'm still going. I mean, they're holding really well up in the northwestern corner, like Prime and Arthur, and it looked like Nanny is perfectly content to just call it a day with the shutdown of the trade. So, Blob Sauce got eliminated. Either a crash or something. He got desynced. Oh no!
And Blob is who I was with when I got the freeze.
Okay.
Crap.
Oh, poor Blob. Like, your recovery after Quill punching you in the face was really good. So
well, this leaves Nani with one choice, and that is a wonder play. Like, if he had Red Palace and on the corner, and he had banked enough stone, he could still be in this.
Right.
But this is going to be rough for him. I would say this, as far as I'm concerned, he should be allowed to trade freely. Rules are off for him completely as a solo player.
Right.
So if you want to message him real quick and say he is no longer restricted by rules.
Alright, he has been messaged. So.
Okay. Hopefully he gets this. Oh man, that sucks. And what do you do at that point? Like, do we restart at the 43-minute mark?
No, you just gotta figure something out. Yeah. Yep. That's all you can do.
At this point, what Nani has to do is bank on the fact that no one should see him as a threat. He needs to delete this military and just go 200 eco and save for a wonder and just hope that one of the other teams kill the other one off. Because, like, he can't wonder on an island due to Red Palace being on land. And, man, this is a tough position to be in because you have all this territory. He's got to clear out blob stuff, like all Blob's old buildings. He needs to get rid of. He needs to go get Blob's old relics.
Yeah, this really has been a day of retaliation. That is for sure. Yep. Well, I know Nanny, and I know he'll figure out something. If there is a winning play for him to have, he will be able to find it. Meanwhile, we do still have the Eternal Dentoff in the north. We see some ground being made by Arthur and not Witching. We see some ground being made by Arthur. Prime? I don't see Prime, like, in... Oh, okay, his military is a little bit further up north, dealing with Quill Ram spam, which has allowed Arthur to get some rams of his own over towards Witching's base.
Oh, and yep. Nani has decided to scavenge the corpse of his fallen ally.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? It's how to honor the fallen by feasting upon their remains. It's what Blob Sauce would have wanted.
Yeah, I will say if I'm Nani as well, I would go to this west corner or this east corner and build dock up there to try to get some extended trade down to Blob's base.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really difficult position for Nanny. Like, your main since this is a 2v2 free-for-all, you are expected to have a teammate, and now that you don't, you're like in just this massive disadvantage. So
yeah,
it's gonna be tough.
The only way I see him pulling ahead is that he needs to prepare for a wonder and just hope and just pray that he can bank up enough resources to wonder and wonder safely.
And we will see whether or not he's able to get something done. But while Naniori plots and schemes in the shadows, we will continue to witness the forever war going on between Arthur and Witching and their teammates.
And the longer this fight goes, the better it is for Nani. His whole strategy is going to be reliant on this Dintoff going on for another 20-30 minutes.
Looks like Quill has managed to find the supply lines for Prime and Arthur, getting some Streltsy in there to take out reinforcing infantry. That's a good catch. He's significantly slowing down the enemy supply. So Witching has a real nasty force in her own base, but I think she'll be able to hold, and will eventually get those forces pushed out of her own base.
Yep.
So it'll be nice. I'm surprised that neither of these teams has gone for any sort of water play ever since Book pushed them off. Like, that would be one.
Oh, Nani is banking up massive infrastructure and keeps at this point.
Nice.
Obvious. Oh, and I think he's clearing a spot for a wonder too. And I'll say at this point, what do you do as him if not just go for the wonder? Like, you don't have another avenue of victory.
Right. But he'll probably want to wait until one of these two teams gets eliminated, unless there's some politicking going on that might suggest to him that one of them is on the verge of death. Alas, we do not get to see the haggard politics.
Quill is going for the backdoor rams, going along Nani's border.
Ooh, nice.
I think he's going to try to sneak up to their base and push them from the back.
I just realized Quill has not gotten any upgrades. Like, he does not have a single blacksmith upgrade at all.
Nani? Or Quill?
No, Quill. He got the poleaxe upgrade for his knights, but that's the only upgrade for his knights, period. So he may have just forgotten to build. He doesn't have a blacksmith.
I will say most of his army is Streltsy, though, so you don't really need a whole lot of upgrades when you're using a hand cannon near blob.
True, but the armor upgrade is nice. He also doesn't have the he also doesn't have the gunpowder, the chemistry upgrade, which would give I think the fact that he does not have any upgrades at all is a little bit painful for
the backdoor rams are clearing out a little bit of infrastructure and forcing Prime's military to pull back from reinforcing. So, which is going to allow Quill and Witching to re-secure their base and probably even try to push in a little bit.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly the break that Quill's team needed here. Like, Witching has a really nice blob. Has a really nice force going on. 47 military units total. Looks like they're all over here. 20 hand cannoneers. That's a really good addition for the French. But yeah, the fact that Quill does not have any armor upgrades means that his troops are getting killed that much faster compared to...
Fun fact, Nani is up on the central mountain attacking both sides' forces.
Nice.
If I know Nani, he's doing this specifically to make the battle last longer.
Right. That's very smart. Not gonna lie.
Like, these are the haggard tactics you need, because no one's going to be looking for the cannons on the mountain sort of thing, you know?
Right.
So him doing this is just going to, let's look at the bank. Like, Quill's pretty poor. Witching is broke. Prime is wealthy as crap, but he's very low on wood and stone. And then Sir Arthur of Idis is also broke on everything but food.
Yeah, the only player that has any real bank to speak of is Naniori. So
yeah,
him encouraging these players to continue the dent off is going to be nothing but good for him. Meanwhile, Quill managed to get a single ram in the back of Arthur's base and is now killing off the trade market. And down it goes. So once again, the trade from Prime and Arthur has been denied. That's going to be a really nice economic hit.
I wonder if he goes for the meditation gardens. If he takes out the meditation gardens and the granaries, you're going to see Sir Arthur of Idis, his eco, just being ruined. Like he will, or he could go for, because he's relying on these villages. If he goes after the villages, you're suddenly going to see Sir Arthur's pop numbers just be
plummet,
stagnant.
Yeah. He I'm not sure. He's attacking the town center. I'm not sure if he is intentionally doing that or if it is just. Oh no, he changed targets over to the Shaolin Monastery.
Yep.
Oh, and Arthur just has already rebuilt the trade market. So it was good for while it lasted, but it has been returned.
And Nani is walling off that central mountain
with
the cannon.
Okay. So it looks like at some point in time, Quill did get some trade ships up. He's got 17 trade boats, getting 47 gold and wood going with the trade. And
that's good.
Witching End also getting 55 a trader. So yeah, their gold is secure, which is very fortunate. Quill's still a little bit struggling on the gold income department, though. And he still doesn't have upgrades.
And Nani is stopping Quill's push by killing his rams.
Nice.
Man,
I love that.
Nani is playing this perfectly. He's banking resources. Like, let's look at his numbers here. He's at 182 eco. He has everything deleted but those cannons. And he is using them only to stagnate the battle for longer. And he's got his trade going as good as he can. I think he still needs to extend it up to that corner island, get like 90 in each resource instead of 50-40. But still, like he's building a bank and a good bank. And he's still guild hauling stone. So he's got a keep. He's got 3 keeps worth and a wonder already banked up and ready.
Nice. I do like, while he is doing exactly what he wants to do in this situation, I'm still rooting for the other teams, just because it's more fun to see landmarks be the win con instead of wonders. So, Witching and Quill doing a really nice job pushing back the attack from Prime and Arthur. They're finally managing to gain some ground against the other team, which they had been mostly losing ground for most of this dent off. Witching and Quill getting... Yeah, I think that water trade
is
making a big difference.
Oh yeah, for sure. But also Sir Arthur of Idis, when Nani killed their trade and then Quill killed their trade, he became broke in gold and wood. So he only had food. So he wasn't able to truly supply an army. So which allowed Quill and them to push forward. But because of the fact that Nani has been killing all their reinforcing siege, Quill and Witching has still not been able to break the back.
Right.
Could you imagine if there was like 8 more rams in this base just fighting? Like
in whose base?
Infrastructure here.
Witching's or Arthur's?
Primes and Primes and Arthur's.
Oh
like,
yeah,
if they had
that
a
would have
bunch
been
more rams coming in here, they would be able to slow the macro, which would allow them to push out a lot better.
Quill has finally begun getting his upgrades.
Yeah, well, that's good. He
it
needs to.
Is, yeah. So he needs a little bit more gold.
Prime does not realize his Woodvilles are getting killed by Red Palace.
Oh, that's hilarious. I knew that was an inevitability, but let us witness the death of the villagers.
Yeah.
Oh, and he just noticed. So there they go. off to find some new wood.
I'll say good on Nani for capitalizing on his position. If he can pull the victory for him and Blob with Blob in the grave, sadly, the sad Blob grave. Like I would like to see that happen, if only for the fact that at this point Nani is the underdog to me. Not because
we
of
do
his
love
skill.
a fair and unbiased casting, for sure.
Yeah,
but
I personally believe that you should never have bias in your casting.
100%. Blob Sauce. You can observe the match by clicking on any of the participants' names and going to observe match. So, like, if you are friends with Naniori or Quill or Witching, you can click their name since they're still in game and select observe match, and that'll let you start watching it from the beginning.
Oh no! Sir Arthur Avitus has realized the cannons and sniped one of them.
Nah. Nice.
Well, I guess Nani will just get more eco.
Not eco. Although,
Yeah,
honestly,
Nani
I'm not
is-
sure who benefits the most from Naniori losing his cannons. Because they've been just indiscriminately firing on everyone.
I think right now they are helping Quill and Witching more, but as soon as like if Prime and Sir Arthur get pushed back, then once again it's helping them. Like you want them gone while you're attacking, but while you're defending, gosh, if they're not helpful.
Right. So yeah, right now they're definitely being more helpful to Quill and Witching, thanks to exactly that.
We do see Nani is continuing to absorb resources. He's still banking stone. When he maxes out like his resources, like he's gonna be able to just sit like back and just wait for someone to die.
Look at the south. Look at the south. Naniori has docked the southernmost island. So
Where is he going to
maybe
trade?
our memes can be dreams. Fingers crossed.
What he could do is if he puts enough defenses on the island, puts a wonder here, and then pushes the land bases so they can't afford to, like he goes 200 military pop, pushes the land base. All he needs to do is put keeps and towers on the water.
And I'm
stop
frozen.
Oh, who are you watching? Whose perspective?
Witching end. Let's switch to Quill.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
Does Witching desync next?
She might.
Does this become the team up?
That would be
between
rough.
Quill and Quill and
Quill and
Nani
Naniori become the ultimate doom team.
Witching desync. No.
Oof.
All right.
Poor gal.
If you are Nani, you have to help Quill at this point.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's rough, Witching. If you've jumped
Quill
in.
die?
That's a good question. Like, I feel like if you're Naniori, and Quill, you are going to be working together to get rid of the enemy team, if only because Prime and Arthur are teamed, which means that they cannot attack each other and they can safely trade with each other. Whereas the other two players, they can't do that. Like, they are enemies with each other and they will have to fight each other sooner or later. So getting rid of the enemy team is the best call for both Quill and Naniori. So
Nani is going military. He is either preparing for the wonder, or he's preparing to go assist Quill.
He is headed to Quill's base. Yes. He's going to get rid of that fortified palisade wall that is preventing him from reinforcing Quill's base, and he is going to be he is riding to Gondor's aid, as it were. So that is going to be extremely good for Quill. It might come too late though. Like, Prime and Arthur are already in Quill's base, getting fairly deep. Like, Quill is down to horsemen. He does not have the gold income, really, to sustain anything more than horses and archers. And
but that may be all he needs. Right now, Nani is dominating this fight. Those hand cannoneers have completely crushed Prime's reinforcements that were initially pushing
the
in.
hand cannoneers are gone thanks to the mangonels. So
Yes.
it was good, but alas, there is no more.
Oh, he does have Kremlin. He should pop. Quill needs to get.
He
those
should pop
militias
the Kremlin gremlins. Yes, should.
if he hasn't already. Honestly, though, if I'm Nani, you may just need to accept that. Like, you just need to go for the Wonder as soon as Quill dies. Like, they're clearly going for him and just him.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, if he drops the Wonder now, like, that frees up Quill to live, and then you have three players attacking you.
When Quill dies. Quill dies, he needs to just let Quill die, and then go for the Wonder, and just hope he can hold the 2v1 team.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a reason that Naniori is committing so many resources to protecting Quill, and that is because a 1v1 is easier than a 2v1. Yeah. So, you know, he's not going to be, like, devastated or anything if Quill is eliminated, but it is for sure in his best interest to keep Quill alive so that they can both unite and eliminate the only remaining team that has both of their teammates in the game. So that is the best long-term play for both of them. It might not be an option, though, because Prime has a huge number of Rams. He's got 16 Rams. That's smart.
Nani has just decided to go for the Wonder, and where is he building?
Yeah, he's building it like right in the middle of his base. So yeah, with Quill about to die, it does make sense. And it's going to take Prime and Arthur long enough to both finish up.
Hold on. I'm not sure. I wonder if Quill is either said he's going to support Nani, or if they haven't realized the Wonder is up, because they're still attacking Quill.
Yeah, they're definitely going for the kill on Quill at this point. Like, there's no reason not to. You assume that as a united team, you will be able to eliminate one single player, and with Quill out of the way, you don't have to worry about anyone backstabbing or interfering with a 2v1 that you'll be waging against the Wonder player. So yeah, I think this is the right call from Prime in getting rid of the Quill. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though.
Yeah, Nani is defending Quill. He's not even at his own base. He's killing off all of Prime's reinforcements.
Yeah.
And simultaneously trying to push up into his infrastructure.
Like, there might be haggard politics at play. It could be that Quill and Naniori have decided that since they both lost their teammate, that they must unite and call themselves a team. Sadly, we will never know for this game. But
either way,
it's a smart play.
Every minute that they're spending killing Quill and not Nani is another minute that he's getting, you know?
Right, so, exactly.
Like this is very good if you are if Nani, this is the way
this is very good for both players. Like, both Naniori and Quill are very much wanting this to happen because, you know, if you're Quill, it means that you're still in the game. And as Naniori, it means that you have another person to help you deal with Arthur and Prime. And who knows? It could be that Naniori has said he'll delete his Wonder once Quill is back in the game. Like, that does... Yeah. That is something that Nani would say, possibly do. Like, I don't know. But definitely say. But it looks like Quill is going to go down to the Rams. Yep, the Rams have gotten him.
I will say, knowing Nani,
rest in pepperoni.
Nani probably offers something like, hey... If they stop it, if you help me with this Wonder, or if you promise not to attack this Wonder, I will help you after I put down my Wonder. Like, we will continue to be a team, even if my Wonder breaks. You know, like basically saying if they can't kill me, then they can't kill you either. You know, that sort of mentality. Which this is going to be a rough hold. He's got 13 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure if Naniori can do this. This is a very nasty team that he is up against, and he is just one player. Like, it's not impossible, but the odds are very much stacked against him. He also doesn't have a whole lot of gold.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be printing like defensive units here, and that's not gonna, or wood units, not defensive units. Oh, he's out of gold because he's got so many knights queued up. Jesus Christ.
Oh, good. Okay. He's also having some pathing issues with his trade ships, which is odd.
Yep. He needs to delete as many as he can get away with deleting.
I don't think he can get away with deleting any trade ships. Like, he needs that gold. And
he does.
And he also, you know, the trade is also his only wood income. So he needs the trade ships.
Well, his wood income is fine. It's the gold that he's definitely struggling with.
Well, it's his gold bank is good. And yeah, his army queue is insanity. Like, which is partly why he's so resource starved. Yeah. Like,
honestly, if he can just you know, kind of keep this like going, like just grinding things out for as long as possible, just throwing doing as long as he can throw things into the grinder, he should do well. This is going to be tough though because he's not. He is fighting the 2v1, you know, like innately without chokes, 2v1 is rough. Like I would say right now, if he had water, if he had built Red Palace on that southern island, he was able to completely cover that and Stonewall Towers and ships and just bank on the island. I think he gets it. But
I mean, even with it as it is, he's doing an incredible job holding. Like, Prime and Arthur have not yet really gotten that far into the base. I say that while looking over at the Red Palace and seeing that there's a big old host of Jushi army sitting on it. But Naniori is getting some keeps up. He's trying desperately to repair that Red Palace. It's going to go down, though, before he can fix it. Unfortunate. He might want to send at least one Vil to finish that keep. Get that back up. Does. He's holding really well on the other side, though. Like, all of Prime's military has been pretty much just killed. It's just the ram spam.
Which horsemen is what he's making, and horsemen do kill rams. What he really needs to do is hopefully let the pathing and the RNG kind of help him. Let the keeps kill like the important units, and let those those horsemen just focus down these rams, because those
rams is what he's doing over on the left hand side. So I think it's just a matter of it's just a matter of, you know, he's one person, and
he's getting the
his
siege.
situation is
diving
rough,
Red Siege,
which is
this
great.
Is good.
Yeah, no, Nanny is a good player. Like, he definitely knows how to do this. If Prime and Arthur are able to get forward infrastructure a little bit better secured, though, like, they can afford to almost never stop printing units. I like how I was saying that and just noticed that Prime has very little food. He's got 13,000 gold, which is good, but it is Prime not enough to sustain.
Prime has no military.
Yeah.
He has 11 military pop. He has no wood, no food. Like, he has almost no his economy is like 87.
His economy is in shambles. Like, he just has not been able to get the economic foothold that he needed ever since the war with the other team began.
Yep. And Sir Arthur of Itis is the only one that has food bank, but he has no wood. So he can't even ram spam anymore.
Yeah, but he has.
Does Nani get this?
I think he does. Like, I think the fact that Prime and Arthur are just not in a good enough economic position to do anything is going to get Nanny that W. Like, this is incredible. I was thinking that this team would have infinite resources at this point in the game. They don't. Like, they can barely afford the military that they're cobbling desperately together. Whereas Naniori is swimming in res. Like, this is incredible.
In relation. And the thing is that Nani, with so many keeps, he can afford to lose one every 2 minutes and just fight on it, you know?
Right. Hey,
like,
Sai.
He's
and
like,
yeah.
oh, fall back. Oh, is Arena in?
Yes. Sai. Sai Arena. Yeah. Yep, he's in
one
chat.
Of the two brothers.
Yes.
Your brother
the one
is doing
not
awesome, man. Dude, your brother, I'm so glad he made it in. This is what we wanted to see. Like, I feel bad for all the haggard issues that we've had all day.
Like, I will admit, I was also kind of rooting for Witching, because it's glorious. But yeah, when Naniori lost his teammate to a desync, it was like, oof. But yeah, the fact that he's going from one teammate down and in a bad position to probably going to be pulling this off, this is awesome.
And he's repairing the Red Palace because he knows they can't afford the siege anymore. He's pushing into Sir Arthur, holding the line at red and repairing Red Palace. Like, if he can maintain this, like,
and he can,
they can't even
like,
get to
he
him.
can maintain this, unlike the other team, like, which is the biggest issue that team has, is they are unable.
He's out of food. Nani's out of food.
Wondered when that would happen.
More bills. He has no more bills on food, and he has no fishing.
Yeah.
So he needs to be selling wood and buying food, and he needs to fight under keeps. That is the thing.
He has been doing a really good job of fighting under keeps. He's letting the HRE player just kind of sit under their keep as well, since that is not really a big issue at the moment. Prime has a Carrack, which is trying to snipe off some docks.
Nani is lining the shores with the docks with the military emplacements.
Nice. That is really clever. Very, very necessary. So that's going to help his shoreline defense quite a bit.
What is his Guildhall banking?
He's
banking Guildhall.
Gold.
He's got food. He can get food from his relics. So he does get some gold with that. But he's using his forward momentum to push into Sir Arthur of Idis's base. If he can knock out Sir Arthur's trade, just knock out that one trade landmark or the trade market, he may be able to just hold this off, you know?
Yeah, and you can tell that he's looking for the trade. But then again, so was Prime on the other side. Like, Prime and Arthur both had some scouts trying to find where Nani was getting his sea trade from. Now that Prime's able to get that Carrack out, he's using it to harass the trade line in positions that Naniori is not able to have shoreline emplacements, which is helping him out quite a bit.
Here's the question.
Is he setting up for a sea drop?
I think Prime is trying to figure out if he can come in from the ocean. He's got a transport over there. But I don't think he's going to have enough time. Let me check his base. Is he preparing a siege drop-off? I don't see it. I don't see transports being made.
Think so. I think this transport ship is just a remnant from the gathering of the, not the Juggalos, but gathering up the relics. Is not really. I don't think Prime realized that he had this transport ship, to be honest.
Yeah. We are seeing a bad situation for Nani. He got flooded by...
the HRE blob. Yep. Yeah. But he has the Rebaldaquins.
The Rebaldaquins can try to hold, but he's losing those to the cannons. Yeah. So he needs to be really careful here, because he cannot afford military losses. He's
got a Rebaldaquin Fincher, though. Like, there's only one Culve, and there are, I think, 5 Randys still left. 4 at this point. So yes, he may lose most of the Randys, but he should be able to get those. Yeah, he's gonna get the siege cleaned up from the HRE. He's
Nani
more
is
or
selling
less
wood.
As he should.
So he probably is going to buy some food here. Yeah, he bought food, and he's going to make horsemen.
Yeah.
I would like to see him make spearmen, honestly, because like they're making spearmen themselves.
He needs the horsemen in order to dive the siege, though. Like if the enemy is able to get a critical massive siege, like Naniori just loses the game. And so the horsemen are going to be more important. Like, yes, you do want to keep your siege alive, but keeping your siege alive is less important than killing the opponent's siege.
Yep. I would like to see him get some fishing ships up. Like, he's got this wood and he's got this excess pop space. He might as well, you know?
Well, he knows that Prime has at least one Carrack, so you can assume... Like, if I'm Naniori, I'm assuming that Prime has invested a little bit too much into Navy to prevent me from getting my food eco up on the ocean.
Yeah. All right, Nani's got only a couple minutes left.
And yeah, he still has that Carrack sniping off the trade ships of Nani. So,
which is fine. Like at this point, like they're not going to make any more gold after this next drop off.
Right.
So at this point, he just needs to like make sure no one brings in the trebs and just holds at the wonder with amongst the keeps. You know.
Yeah, I do. I also think that. So the wonder timer is at minute 15. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Naniori is going to be able to hold this. They don't have the siege necessary to push through all of these keeps and kill the wonder in a minute. Like, Naniori has done a fantastic job holding and preventing this team from gaining any significant ground. Like, this has just been an incredible play. Prime and... Let's take a look.
Arthur, they're trying desperately to get it. They know they're out of time. They're just running forward. Yep. And I guess it's the vain hope of please don't let it be walled in.
Right. Well, I mean, at that point, you just gotta like hopium is all you got. So you might as well swing for the fences because
they're going for a landmark snipe.
Smart.
They've just. Like Sir Arthur Vitus has given up on the wonder. He's just hoping he can get the landmarks in time. I don't think he does because Guildhall.
No, they only have 10 seconds. Like that is a good pivot. It's just too little, too late. Unfortunately,
they needed to do this about 5 minutes ago for this to have worked.
They didn't have the resources. That was amazing. Good job, Nani. Great game from everyone. Like, everyone played this super well.
Yes. And can we give a special shout out to Nani specifically due to the fact he's doing this with, like, a freaking, food poisoning?
Oh, God, right? I completely forgot that Nani had that happen. Like, holy crap. GG Naniori.
Nani coming in last minute just to be someone's partner with food poisoning, and pulling out the dub.
Yep. Literally could never have foreseen such an occurrence. Like, my God. Incredible. Oops.
And like, as soon as Blob desynced, you just know if you're Nani, you're just like, oh, I'm effed. Like, I'm screwed.
Right.
They'll just sandwich me, kill me, make sure I'm not a threat, and then just fight each other 2v2, and that be the end of it. But no, like they're like Nani threw up everything he did. He needed to just survive that.
Yep. I do want to give a shout out to Prime and Arthur for the incredible, just nonstop aggression that they were playing. Yeah. Like, it was awesome to watch. Seeing those guys just butchering everything that they could find. So, GG's.
Yep. Oh, Blob, yes, congratulations to you and your family. Also, yes, Nani, please, you may go throw up now. I'm sorry you had to suffer through that.
Yes. Congratulations, Blobsauce and Naniori. You are the victors.
like Blob Sauce, you need to like give Nani the biggest emotional hug you can, because you do get the victory. Is your team? Your team won.
Exactly. And with that, I am logging off. Thank you so
take
much,
care.
everyone, for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one.